Okay. Can I start my lesson?
Yes.
Good morning, students. Good morning, parents. Good morning, educators. Thank you for those of you that are tuned in. Today, we'll be focusing on the last section of the question paper that we have covered since Tuesday. Today, we'll be continuing with question 6, and we'll try our best with lots of interactive participation. We can try our best to complete the last 3 questions of this question paper. So today we are starting with question 6. Can you guys please listen carefully? And then we will answer the questions once I've completed the little case study. So question 6 is a short case study about Tom. Tom is a grade 10 learner. He lost his parents to AIDS. There are socio-economic factors that may affect his study choices for his future career. So now remember, we have dealt with study choices, career choices, study skills, and study methods. And then also one very important topic that we've covered are socio-economic factors or social and environmental injustice and other factors that go hand in hand with it. So question 6.1 requires of you, what can Tom do to help fund his further studies? Give at least 4 brief examples. So you are now required to tell me in your own words, what can Tom do to help fund his further studies? And then also to list 4 examples. Remember when we have done further career aspects or further study aspects, we've covered the different career fields and also the further study prospects, how you can apply for bursaries, student loans, for learnerships, for an internship. So question 6.1 is asking you, how can Tom help fund these further studies? What can Tom do to help fund these further studies? So I have already mentioned that he can apply for a bursary. Is there anyone else with a different answer? On the next slide, we do have all the answers. So we'll continue as is, and we'll just go to the next slide to briefly check the answers again, so that you guys can see if you have missed something or if you have the wrong idea of a certain topic. So Tom can apply for bursaries. He can also find out about companies or institutions that has student loans. He could also get a job to pay for his studies. Yes, that is right. So he could get a job and then, for example, get a learnership. He could apply for bursaries. He can work hard to win a scholarship, and he can also find and inquire about student loans so that he will be able to apply for a student loan. So we have covered question 6.1. The 4 brief examples that Tom can use to help fund his further studies are to apply for a bursary, to get a student loan, to work hard in order to win a scholarship, and also to get a job and then a learnership. Right. Question 6.2, list 3 life domains. So remember, there are 3 life domains, and each life domain has 3 different aspects that goes with that type of domain. So who can tell me what are the first 3 life domains? And basically about the whole of question 6 has to do with career and career choices, further study prospects, and life domains. So this Question 6 is all covered in a previous lesson that we have done about life domains and career choices. So if you guys have taken notes in our previous lessons, as I've mentioned, it is important to take notes. You can actually now go back to your notes and see this is where I need to catch up and this is where I need to focus on, or this is what I lack. So in terms of doing that, you'll be able to see how it will help you, how your notes will help you in this process. So the three life domains are being, becoming, and belonging. Being, becoming, and belonging. Yes. Question 6.3. How will Tom's understanding of his life domains help him to choose a suitable career? So question 6.3 is based on question 6.2. In question 6.2, you were asked to list the three life domains. And if you have listened carefully, I have mentioned that each life domain has three aspects that goes hand in hand with its main domain of life. So with the being domain, there's three little aspects, right? With this being said, we have done your interests, your abilities, your strengths, and your weaknesses. And all of that goes hand in hand with your life domains and who you are becoming as a person. So question 6.3 asks you, how will Tom's understanding of his life domains help him to choose a suitable career? So what do you guys understand about life domains, and how will Tom's understanding of his life domain help him to choose a suitable career? Is anyone that would like to answer, that would like to volunteer to answer? How will Tom's understanding of his life domains help him to choose a suitable career? Anyone can take a try. Remember, the life domains are being, becoming, and belonging, right? Being, becoming, and belonging. So now, how will Tom's understanding of his life domains help him to choose a suitable career? We already had someone said being. Becoming could be like what it does to become what he wants to be. Is there anyone else that would like to add to that? So the being life domain relates to your physical, your psychological, and your spiritual aspects, right? Thank you, Tyrese, for answering 6.1. We have moved on to 6.3. How will Tom's understanding of his life domains help him to choose a suitable career? And we've got an answer there that says becoming could be like what it does, want to become, what he wants to be. So his understanding weaknesses, his likes and his dislikes, and that is all part of the being domain, right? Then the becoming life domain also relates to the practical leisure and growth aspects and activities in your life. So becoming domain consists of three other aspects, which is known as practical leisure, and growth. So, for example, your hobbies, your crafts, sports, and other self development strategies form part of your becoming life domain. So, all in all, question 6.3: how will Tom's understanding of his life domains help him to choose a suitable career? I would say by then, Tom would have a clear understanding of his interests, his likes, and his dislikes. Also, he will know the type of leisure and growth that he enjoys. So this will all help him to choose a suitable career for him at the end of the day because he now knows who he is, what he wants to be, and where he needs to head to. I am just experiencing a Zoom technical issue.
Hey guys, sorry, Zoom kicked out the teacher. We're trying to get her back in. She will be with you again shortly. Okay, cool. We can see your screen again.
Can you see my question 7 screen?
No, it's on question 6 here by us.
Just before I continue, can you just tell me if question 6 or question 7 displays again? Because I'm checking my connectivity at the same time as well.
Okay.
Because I'm on question 7.
No, over here it shows question 6.
Are you on question 7 yet?
Now it says section B, question 7. Yes.
Okay, I'll continue. I'll just apologize to the class and then I'll continue with 7.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Thank you guys for listening and for having so much patience with me. I just had a technical issue to sort out on my side. Thank you for all the answers to question 6. We will now go on to section B, which is question 7, question 8, lastly question 9. So question 7 is an extract that you have to read. So I will read it and you guys will have to listen carefully while you follow with me. South African youth fail fitness and health tests. Physical fitness in South African youth appears to be on the decline or weakening. Recent studies suggest about 40% of youth are getting little or no moderate to vigorous activity each week. Vulnerable or at-risk groups for inactivity are girls who are 16 to 19-year-olds. There is a clear lack of physical activity and sports participation culture in adolescents, with more than 1 in 4 indicating little or no interest. In fact, one of the most commonly reported leisure time activities in a recent survey is cell phone use. So this is a very nice extract where we can see how important it is to have physical activity or to make physical activity part of our daily routine. And this extract was adapted from the Healthy Active Kids South Africa report card on the physical activity, nutrition and tobacco use for South African children and youth. So what I've also mentioned yesterday is that in the Focus Life Orientation Grade 10 textbook, you will be able to find the question paper that we are doing. So now we are going to go over to our questions. Question 7.1. Explain what vigorous activity means. Anyone that would like to explain what vigorous activity means? To those of you that would like to go have a look at the question paper, I will tell you guys on which page it is after the lesson, and you guys can just go back and revise some of the work that we have done. Also, you can email me the answers that we are currently doing now. You are allowed to email it to me. So my email address I will give to you guys at the end of the lesson. Question 7.1. Explain what vigorous activity means. Continuous activities like doing it the whole time, non-stop. That's from Tino. Thank you, Tino. I do hear you. Is there anyone else that would like to add? Explain what vigorous activity means. Vigorous activity is a more intense activity that requires more movement and causes energy. For example, strolling slowly or doing aerobics. Other examples of vigorous physical activities include jogging and running, as well as cycling, dancing, rope jumping, and other sports such as squash, soccer, and netball. So, vigorous activity is a more intense activity that requires more movement and causes energy. For example, strolling slowly or even jogging. Athletics, yes, because you are running. Right, we are moving on to question 7.2. Thank you so much for the answers, guys. Question 7.2. Why do you think some girls tend to participate less in physical activity than boys? And this is only a question based on the extract in the previous slide, as you guys have seen, that it is an extract that comes from the Healthy Active Kids South Africa. Why do you think some girls tend to participate less in physical activity than boys? Because of how boys are built in comparison to girls? That's one answer. Anyone else with a different answer? I think that some girls have been socialist regarding physical activities such as in sport to be for men only, right? But also a lot of the times girls have to work in the house or boys have more free time. And also because they get more tired than boys. Okay, question 7.3. Give the learners who are not getting enough physical exercise advice. Explain 3 benefits of regular physical activity for mental health. So you now have to give advice to the learners who are currently not getting enough physical activity. And then also to explain 3 benefits of regular physical activity for mental health. So physical activity will increase your self-esteem and your confidence. That is what I've been saying in yesterday's lesson and the past few lessons as well with regards to physical education and physical activity. It increases your self-esteem and your confidence. Yes, you can be healthy, so you'll stay healthy and you will end up having a nice body, so you will have nice physical features as well. It will prevent and reduce stress also. And it also allows you to feel good about your body and you will feel much happier. It makes you more confident. Yes, thank you. It also helps you to focus. Anyone else with a different answer? Right. there we have some of the answers, and these are also some of the answers that you guys have just mentioned, right? We'll just briefly go over them again. So question 7.1 asks us, what does vigorous activity mean? So it is a more intense activity that requires more movement and costs energy, for example, strolling slowly, also jogging, playing soccer, and even squash, right? And then question 7.2 asked of us, why do you think some girls tend to participate less in physical activity than boys? And the reason for that being is girls have to work in the house, boys have more free time. Some girls have been socialist regarding physical activity such as sport to be more for men. And then the last question we have over there, question 7.3, give the learners who are not getting enough physical exercise advice. Explain 3 benefits of regular physical activity for mental health. So physical activities will increase your self-esteem and confidence. It will help you focus. It will help and prevent and reduce stress. It will help you to cope with your feelings. You will feel good about your body, and you will also be much more happier. Right, so we have completed question 6 and question 7. We are moving on to question 8. Right, question 8. We are having a lot of case studies today so that we can actively listen and also read and make notes. So question 8, read the case study below and answer the questions that follow. The title of this extract is Chris Hani, a South African hero. Activists like Chris Hani have helped to promote human rights, acceptance of diversity and peace in South Africa. Tembisile Chris Hani, born in the rural village of Sabalelele, was introduced to the politics of inequality early in life, when his father had to leave the rural home in search of work in the urban area of South Africa. This had a big influence on the young Chris, who became aware of his mother's struggle to run the household. Hani's political involvement really began in 1957 when he became a member of the African National Congress Youth League. Hani's frustration with the apartheid system of him to join the South African Communist Party in 1961 and Umkhonto weSizwe in 1962. He worked very hard to challenge prejudice and discrimination and address human rights violations. On 10 April 1993, Hani was assassinated by Janusz Wollers, an anti-communist Polish refugee. So this, as you can see, the reference and the source where this was adapted from there is coming from the South African History Organization. And then, of course, we have our question for question 8. Question 8.1. Is everyone still on track? Question 8.1. Explain what you understand by diversity. Give 2 examples of diversity. Remember, we have done diversity. So diversity speaks about various diverse complex of things. So explain what you understand by diversity and give 2 examples of diversity. I see Tyree says diversity means being different and having a variation. Diversity means the difference and variety of being human. Yes, such as your different races and religions. Thank you for those examples. We have a diversity of culture, religions, and belief systems, race, language, gender, age, health status, place of birth, and residence, as well as income. So that are all examples of diversity. We have a diversity of culture, of different religions, different belief systems, different types of languages, even different types of income, places of birth, and residence, etc. So basically, to wrap it up, diversity means the difference and variety of being human. Right, question 8.2. Explain how Chris Hani's assassination or murder is a violation of human rights. So as you heard, Chris Hani was assassinated, and you are now asked to explain how Chris Hani's assassination or murder is a violation of human rights. He was assassinated, yes, his life was taken away from him. So his right there is he had a right to live, and the right to life is a basic human right. So the violation of his human rights is that he was assassinated and his life was taken away from him. He had the right to live, and the right to life is one of our basic human rights. Then we are going over to question 8.3. Yes, he has the right to live, but someone took it away from him. That is correct. Right. Question 8.3. Critically evaluate the contribution of any one South African activist who addressed human rights violations. So evaluate the contribution of any one South African activist who addressed human rights violations. Any one of the activists who addressed human rights violations. The person had to promote peace and reconciliation and had to fight against apartheid laws of discrimination and promote non-racism, yes. 8.3, Nelson Mandela, when he became the first Black president of South Africa, yes, because he promoted peace and reconciliation. Anyone else with a different answer who would like to add to the answers that we have just received and discussed? If there is no one, we are going on to the last section of today's lesson, which is question 9. Question 9. Read the scenario below and answer the questions that follow. Miriam was in grade 10 and wanted to study to be a mechanic one day. She had always had a passion for cars. Her mother said that she should just finish grade 12 and find a job as a secretary because a mechanic is a man's job. Miriam's father said that people, especially men, would never let her work on their cars. Her friends advised her to marry a rich man and have loads of babies. There was also no money for her to study because her parents were saving money to send her brother, who was in grade 11, to university. Right. So the first and the second sentence of this scenario has already given us a clear example of what is known as stereotyping. Yes, this has lots of stereotypes in, and that is where we are going to go over to our questions. Right, question 9.1. Explain what stereotyping is to show your understanding. Anyone that would like to tell us what stereotype means and to give an example to show your understanding? To judge someone based on gender, race, or religion. For example, girls like pink or female cannot drive that well, yes. So a stereotype is to believe unfairly that all people or things with a particular characteristic are the same. It is also a fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. And then a few examples there are women can't drive well. Anyone with different examples? I have another example. All Americans talk loudly. There are all examples of stereotypes. All blondes are dumb. Yes, those are all examples of stereotypes. Black people can't swim. Yes. So this is all the types of stereotypes that we have to deal with. So as you can see, it is a fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person that someone has that is constantly stereotyping towards the next person. So we are moving on to question 9.2. Why did Miriam want to become a mechanic? Yes, because she loved cars. Anyone else? She had always had a love for cars and was interested and had the necessary skills to follow this career, right? So in the case study, we heard that she was always interested in working on cars, working with cars, and she always had a passion for cars. Right, and our last question there before we finish off today's lesson, question 9.3. In which career field is her career field or Miriam's career field that she would like to follow? Anyone that can answer question 9.3? The type of career field. Remember, we get different career fields. So engineering is a different type of career field. But what is the career field of Miriam's type of career that she would like to follow? In which direction does she want to go? We already know that she loves working with cars and she has a passion for working with cars. She wants to be a mechanic. So mechanics fall under the career field known as transportation. She's working with cars, right? So the career field that she would be in or would pursue would then be known as transportation. Thank you so much, guys, for today, for your time and your effort and your dedication. Thank you for tuning in every day. Tomorrow, we will start with a new chapter. Please be fresh and ready. And please also remember to at least take 10 to 15 minutes of your day at home in your routine for physical activity. Thank you so much, guys. And as I said, in the learner book is the question paper that we have covered. So if you guys would like to go back to revise, you will see on page 164 in the Focus Life Orientation Grade 10 textbook is the question paper that we have just covered the past 3 days, and we have finished off with that today. So page 164 in the learner textbook. Thank you so much, guys, once again for your participation and your time. Please join me every weekday at 9 a.m. for grade 10 life orientation lessons. And then also for more information, you can contact me on moseschannel19@gmail.com. To those of you that have already answered and emailed me your worksheet, your answers to the questions that we have covered in the lesson, thank you so much for those of you that have done that already. To those of you that still need to do it, you can email me at moseschannel19@gmail.com. Also, please follow us on social media at Africa Team Geeks. You may use the hashtags, and that is hashtag lockdown school. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely day further.